The spirit of St. Gutenberg lives in an old Heidelberg cord in an abandoned printing shop, Printers Row, Chicago. He only comes to life once every 100 years, or when the Cubs win the World Series, whichever happens more often. He hasn't been to visit us in a long, long time. But he does stay in touch. He's always watching over us using his personal computer.
Ach, du lieber Augustin. Ach, mein Gott! Mein Arthritis, es geht in mir real pain in the platen. Let's see, what time is it? Wow! It's almost 1989. Almost 1990. Well, it's time to check in with the printer kinder. How you kids doing in Chicago? Huh? You're the best. I love you. Okay, Mr. Computer, let's see. Checking production and equipment, guys. How's that doing? Production and equipment, all right? I love these PCs. Best thing since movable type. Woo! Holy smoke! Look at this stuff. Laser holographic printing runs, sync pulse paper alignment monitors, microcomputer ink depth detectors, data linked modem transfer baud rates. Let's look at inks on papers. Whoa! Platen, please, and super lustro vellum overcoated plasticized sheets with a stiffener. There must be thousands of them. How did they ever choose? My printer kinder, you've done good. What a world this 1989 is. Your papa is proud. Now, let me look at your sales and marketing kinder. What goodies have you come up with in the last 100 years? Let's see, sales. What wonders have you invented? Let's see. They carry briefcases, that's nice. Hand out business cards, smart, good. Firm handshake, never met a stranger personality, yeah. Makes a lot of sales calls, highly knowledgeable about the presses, printing technology, inks and papers. Does lunch. Was is does lunch? Well, it's nice to know that your sales kinder still respect the old ways. That's very nice. I better pay him a visit. Who's been praying to me a whole lot lately? Let's see, I remember one kid. Dennis Franceville. Yeah, Dennis Franceville. Computer, show me Dennis Franceville. Okay. Let's see, Dennis been to the PII Sales Club meetings. He's going to be president next year. That's nice. Teaches at the PII Institute. Senior Vice President, Derby Graphics. MBA from the Paul University. Probably couldn't get into the University of Chicago. That's okie dokie. I'm going to go see him. I'm going to find out what's going on down there. Dennis! Dennis! It's me, St. G.
What?
Yo, over here!
Wow! St. Gutenberg!
In the spirit!
Is it time for me to go to printing heaven?
Give it a rest, Dennis. Listen to me. I'm here to find something out. You're president of the PII Sales Club. You've got a fancy schmancy MBA from DePaul.
Well, I believe that if you're going to be a professional.
Put a schnitzel in it, Dennis. I haven't got a lot of time. I can't put these visits on the American Express card, you know. Now, tell me something about all the advances. All this good stuff you guys in sales have been coming up with for our industry.
We've got briefcases and business cards.
Right, what else?
We go to the Printing Industries Institute and learn all there is to know about presses and paper and ink and printing.
No, that's fine, Dennis, but that's not what I mean. You've got paper and ink now, too. What makes your customers buy from you?
We do top quality printing.
And so your customers come to you because you've got top quality and your competition has terrible quality?
No, they give good quality too, but we give excellent service.
And your competition gives lousy service?
No, they have great service too. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
So, I'm going to guess that you make your company competitive by cutting your prices to the bone.
Well, sure. We've got to. That's what the competition is doing. If we don't keep our prices down, we lose jobs and lose customers.
Dennis, why do your customers buy from you?
You really want to know? Because they like me.
You got a firm handshake?
The firmest.
Ever met a stranger?
Not one that couldn't be my friend.
Give good lunch?
St. G, I give the best lunch in Chicago.
Heard any good jokes lately?
Well, there's the one about.
Dennis, save it for the company picnic, all right?
So what do you want from me anyway?
Denny. Your industry, our industry, the printing industry, is selling the same way it did 80 years ago. Look, Dennis, it's 1909. The Cubs win the World Series, and the printers are knocking on doors with a shoe shine and a smile. Peddlers. I checked back 80 years later, and the Cubs haven't won a World Series.
3, you're out of there!
And my salespeople are still peddlers.
What else is there?
You find your distinctive competence. Select those customers who really need what you do best, who would really benefit from it, and then build a long-lasting relationship.
Huh?
Besides quality, service, and low prices, what do you do better than your competition?
I don't know.
Well, Dennis, the first step is to find out. And you've got to stop schlepping around like some glad-handing puppet. I'll bet if I ask you who your customers are, who you print for, you'll tell me, we print anything, anytime for anybody. Well, never mind. You better come with me. I'm going to show you some companies that know how to really sell and use modern marketing.
Are they printers?
No, Dennis, I'm very sorry to say they are not. They are in electronics, package goods, transportation, entertainment, machine tools. Almost every industry has learned how to use marketing, but printing.
Why are we so far behind?
We printers like to play with our Heidelbergs too much, I'm afraid. We don't really like to sell printing. We like to do printing.
So, who's doing better?
A better question is who's not doing it. Dennis, come with me and I'll show you some great companies and their distinctive competence.
And so St. Gutenberg showed Dennis how marketing works and how you can take a company that's still in the production era or the sales era and give them competitive advantage. And Dennis and St. Gutenberg wrote down the basics of marketing and developing a distinctive competence for your company in the Graphic Arts Marketing Guide. St. Gutenberg. What a guy!
Yeah, and what a pain in the butt, too. But he does know a lot about selling graphic arts.
Morning. See some friendly faces there, and some I can see a little bit better now that the lights are up. Haven't seen you for a while, Bob. Let's see some others. Steve Heller. And if I don't recognize some other people, it's because I'm getting to the age where I need these to see at a distance. Anyhow, good morning. I'm Dennis Franceby from Darby Marketing Services. Welcome to this executive briefing on graphic arts marketing in the 90s. Remember St. Gutenberg's key question? Why buy from you? Why should somebody buy your products and your services? Why not buy the needed products and services from one of your competitors? Many of us would say you should buy from me because we have a quality product. You should buy from me because we give good service. You should buy from me because we have competitive prices. These responses all sound like a broken record. They are played over and over and over again in the marketplace. Is there even one competitor who will admit to an inferior quality product, lousy service, uncompetitive prices? Of course not. Everyone claims the attributes of quality, price, and service. This brings us back to the original question. Why should somebody buy from you? If you do not have a distinctive competence, you do not have a good answer for that question. And if you cannot answer that question, how can you expect to effectively market your services? Okay, you may ask, just what is a distinctive competence? A distinctive competence is something that is truly unique about the graphic arts services that you provide. It is one or more special benefits that your clients experience when doing business with you. These are benefits that are not available from your competitors. When buying a service, everybody expects good quality, good service, and reasonable prices. If you're offering nothing more than this, you're just one of many, many vendors that can meet the client's needs. And if you have nothing special to offer, getting business can be really tough, really tough. Okay, now there are 3 requirements for a distinctive competence. One is you must have a unique competence that really exists. For example, if you consider print quality as one of your competencies, then your print quality must be truly superior. If it is merely the same good quality that is available from your competitors, then it is not a distinctive competence. Number 2, your unique competence must offer value to the client. Something that is merely unique but does not offer a special benefit, a special value to the client is not a distinctive competence. Number 3, your unique competence must be able to be communicated. This means that it is not enough to merely have a distinctive competence that offers value to the client. The existence of that competence must be accepted and believed in the marketplace. Okay, once you have a distinctive competence, what happens next? You use that distinctive competence to move prospects through a model of the buying process called ADA. ADA stands for awareness, interest, desire, and action. These are the 4 steps of the buying process as perceived by this model. Very simply, it says that a prospect first becomes aware of your products or services. The next step of the buying process occurs when that prospect develops an interest in the services that you are offering. As he or she moves through the buying process, the prospect develops a desire to do business with you. Finally, that prospect takes the action step and becomes a client rather than a prospect. It is the role of marketing communications to move your prospects through this buying process, ultimately converting them to clients. And as profit-oriented organizations, it behooves us to use the most cost-effective communication techniques to achieve that goal. I use what I call a marketing pyramid to demonstrate how a prospect is guided through the buying process. The marketing pyramid is a visual representation of the ADA buying process that shows which marketing communication technique is usually most appropriate at each stage in the buying process. The pyramid shape also indicates that at each stage in the buying process there will be fewer prospects than at the previous stage. For example, to get one new long-term client relationship, you may have to create awareness among 10 prospects. From that awareness pool, you might elevate 5 prospects to the point where they have an interest in what you are offering. Of those interested prospects, perhaps 2 will develop a desire to do business with you. From those 2, at least 1 should be able to be motivated to take the action step and become a customer of yours. The pyramid should also illustrate the need to use marketing communication techniques that have the absolute lowest cost per contact at the awareness and interest stages. What you must do is use low-cost sales messages to create awareness and interest. This paves the way for high-productivity sales calls on prospects that are interested in doing business with you. Now, let's return to printer's heaven to see what additional help St. Gutenberg can give us.